Are we good?
Oh, yeah.
Matt, we live?
We are, should be. We are streaming. We're on your intro screen.
Excellent. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlethems. My name is Gregory Crafts, and I am a dungeon master with Mastermind Adventures. And tonight, I welcome you to the third episode of Brutes in the Shackled City. I'm so excited to be here tonight DMing the Shackled City adventure path for the Brute Squad. We'll be introducing them very shortly. But real quick, first off, I just want to let you guys know, Mastermind Adventures is a company where you can actually bring in a GM or DM or judge or storyteller, or, there's a whole variety of role-playing systems out there. If you don't like doing your own dungeon prep, adventure prep, if you're looking for someone to help run a game for you, if you've never role-played before in your life, or if you've been playing for years and you just don't like being the forever DM, you want to get a chance to play, contact us at Mastermind Adventures. We will be happy to run games for you. You can check us out at mastermindadventures.com. I personally run Dungeons and Dragons, and I also run Marvel Superheroes, the old school system. I also run Star Wars D6, a whole bunch of different things, all available. I'm available for booking. You can book me through the website. And in the meantime, I actually have a seasonal special happening right now. I'm currently offering the original I6 Ravenloft, updated to 5th edition, the original I6 Castle Ravenloft, run as it was originally intended, a one-shot, one-night experience, now through Halloween. If you ever want to go vampire hunting in a gothic castle, jump on board. I'll take you through it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, fantastic. And I'm getting some echo here, too. Let me mute my tab. There we go. I love the echoes. There we go. Finely tuned machine. Anyhow, as I was saying, I6 Ravenloft now available through Halloween. I'll run the final session of that on Sunday, November 1st, so All Saints Day. And this Saturday, starting at 12 o'clock Pacific, 12 noon Pacific, through 6 p.m., 3 to 9 p.m. If you're on the East Coast, I will be running a table of that made up of members of the Brute Squad and also DMs from some of my fellow GMs from Mastermind Adventures. So if you actually want to watch this adventure happen and then book it, you're more than welcome to do so. So with that, let me give you a very brief recap of where we are at in this campaign. For those of you who might be joining us for the first time tonight, we're actually broadcasting on multiple platforms. Tonight we are on Facebook, we are on Twitch, we are on Periscope, and we are on YouTube. We are live on all of those, and I am chatting with all of you, so if anybody wants to drop a message here, feel free. Where was I? Yes. So, our adventurers have found themselves assembled in a city called Cauldron, built in the caldera of a dead volcano, a long dead volcano. The city of Cauldron has been plagued recently with a large number of disappearances, people vanishing directly from out of their homes, being taken from their homes, some of their belongings being stripped along with them. People are scared. Who are you going to call? It has become most recently, 4 children from the Lantern Street Orphanage were taken in the middle of the night out of their locked shared dorm rooms. This originally was mostly poor adults who have been taken and disappeared. Some people may have wandered off. Who knows? It's a lot easier to explain than 4 children being taken from the orphanage. That seems to be a bridge too far for the citizens of Cauldron, and a great public outcry has gone out. Individuals have begun investigating these disappearances, and the Church of Helm has actually publicly vouched and said that they would step up and find the missing children, sending their newest paladin, Sir Feldrican Borchrist, to investigate this. these crimes. He was unfortunately jumped in an alleyway by a group of thieves, brigands from the local thieves guild, the Last Laugh, working on their behalf, and they made the message clear: don't look into the disappeared children. They are not your concern anymore. Well, what good adventurer is going to take a hint like that? With a number of adventurers coming to his aid in his moment of need, the Brute Squad meets and is assembled for the first time as they drive off these brigands. Their investigation has begun, and now they have conducted several searches and interviews amongst the different taverns in town. They've been investigated the Lantern Street Orphanage last week, which you can also see on Twitch. And they, as I recall, you guys, your next destination after finishing up the mayor's office at the orphanage, you're heading to the mayor's office, correct?
That sounds right.
That sounds right. Well, with that, let me go on ahead and let's introduce tonight's Brute Squad.
I believe that
Oh, Paul, you cut out there. What was that?
He's frozen in amber, like a mosquito.
Oh, no. All right. Well, we hope his feet will come back shortly. But in the meantime,
oh no, it's,
Joe, how about you introduce?
I was just saying, I think some of us were going to the mayor's.
Oh no.
Going to there, and some of us are going to stop mid-sentence.
We're already getting assassinated. That's how quickly characters die in this game, folks.
I mean,
Mayor's
yeah.
office is located in downtown Lagtown.
Yep.
Population 1, currently.
Well, like I said, Joe, let's start with you for the introductions tonight, sir.
I am Joe McMahon. I am playing Brick, a dragonborn warrior of the black scaled variety. My breath weapon is acid, the greatest of all breath weapons. I'm currently working at as a bouncer, having just recently arrived to this city, and I was one of the many who stumbled across this lovely dragonborn paladin being beaten up in an alleyway, and have joined forces for the betterment of society. So we're gonna go hunt down some bad guys, and hopefully I get to crush people with a giant mace in the near future. That's me. The
All
end.
about the smashing. All right, Adam.
Hey everybody, my name is Adam. I was once possessed by a monkey in the Tomb of Annihilation. I've never been the same. I'm playing Birch, a human druid.
All righty, Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm playing a half-elf cleric named Graysoul, who may be a couple of marbles short of a full deck, and I have taken to following around a pair of Dragonborn waiting for something awesome to happen.
I love it. Vic.
Hi, you busted me doing something else entirely. I am Vic. I'm playing Katha, a somewhat bloodthirsty dwarf from this area, really sick and tired of people messing with her people. There you go.
I love it. Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm playing Terraferith, a Moon Elf bard who has already had some epic performances.
That is true.
Terra, the headbanging bard.
Tara, the headbanging bard. I love it. And do we have Paul back yet?
Apparently not. I do, Greg. I think what Paul was going to say is, remind me, I think I was going to head off actually to the Magic Academy to look up info. Was that what was happening? I don't remember. It's Brick does not have the best of memories.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
I got you, but we got a lot of reverb on you.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Speak to us. Oh, Paul. Or not. I mean, he's a man of few words, but his words are.
Stop the. I don't know if that's pulling too much power.
I think he's lost in
there
the
we
TV.
are.
I've seen this movie.
Okay, gotcha. Hi there.
Hey, there you are.
Felgen, newly made paladin, Paul Masterson. Happy to be here. Oh no. Is it?
What's up?
I'm gonna have to restart my internet.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Well, an active volcano isn't going to get good reception just because of the high. I mean,
We are in a caldera.
in the
Yeah.
volcano. I mean, a petition
That
that
is true. Paul, if you need to go on ahead and do that, we'll just jump you back in. Okay. But in the meantime, so who is going where? Let's go ahead and start with that. Joe, where are you headed?
Man, I honestly don't remember, but I recall being very interested in this magical academy in the city, and I think I couldn't gain entry though. I know there's a gnomish noble woman or noble gnome. Well, I don't know the I don't want to speak incorrectly. But yes, I believe I had some intrigue in trying to get there and speaking to her to learn more about the vanishing event that had happened like 75 years ago that had sucked up all the gnomes living in the city before they bailed because they were all vanishing. Since that appears to possibly be happening again now with innocent victims.
Okay, so you're going to head to the Bluecrater Academy.
Yes, in hopes of finding this gnomish noble person.
Alrighty then, so you're going to head to Bluecrater. Adam, where are you headed?
Look, according to these very useful notes, it says mayor on here somewhere. So
Okay.
that's where I'm
So
going.
so you're going to go to the mayor's office. All
Look,
right.
past self thinks it's very important, but current self isn't sure why. I'm pretty sure there's
okay.
a list. There's a list of everyone taken that's at the mayor's office. And there's another reason. I have the words Fario Felon.
Oh, Fario and Felion. Yes.
I missed a couple
Those
syllables, but you got the gist.
Yes. Make a wisdom check because I want to just see if you can remember from 10 minutes ago in game.
You know, in fairness,
a lot recently in game.
look, Birch is much.
It's been a lot of details. I understand.
Hold on. All right, take that.
My character is smarter than me, for the record.
Okay, so with the 17, you actually do remember, Birch, that Fario and Felion are the names
Those
of...
are two people?
Yeah, those are two people.
I mean, those are two people.
Of course.
Oh, God. All right, it's Fario Elegoth, is what you recall, and Felion Shard. Those are two... Yeah, well, Gretchen, Headmistress Gretchen of the Lantry Street Orphanage told you that those two are... they are two half-elves who came and said that they were investigators sent by the mayor's office investigating the disappearances of the children. And she said that they were very sweet young men, and it was very clear that they were very concerned about the children's welfare.
Okay.
That's what you remember from last week's session.
Greg, I actually do remember what I was supposed to be doing. We were going to go check out the locksmith who had all the
Oh, you were going to check out the locksmith. Okay.
Who were in mint condition. We had suspicions and concerns there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you want to go to the locksmith. Adam, you are going to... What's up, Nick?
Oh no, finish your summary. I was just saying I had a note about something that I don't know what it means either.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. Well, we will get to that in just one moment then. So, Adam, you want to head to the mayor's office? Joe, you want to head to the locksmith? Vic, what is your note that you can't remember?
It was that I was interested in. Oh God, where did it go? I just had it. I had like open notes of.
Hi, Bailey.
Seriously.
Bailey, we can't have your butt on screen. I don't want this to be an X-rated cat stream. Sorry.
I was looking at heading to the Tipsy Tankard to back up Patch's story, and I no longer even remember who Patch was.
Patch.
The half-work kid who was not on duty when he was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was
Practicing
the
Yeah,
kid
yeah. It's all
at
coming.
the orphanage who it turns out had been told to go pick instead of being on duty at the orphanage the night the kids were taken. Okay.
Oh, he hadn't been told to do that. He just wasn't
Oh,
on
okay.
duty.
It's not that nefarious. Okay.
Pick
No.
and then you trade.
Yeah, he was. He was off practicing some minor larceny on his own, of his own initiative.
Okay, so I actually don't feel that because he seemed like an honest kid. I don't feel like I actually need to follow that. I feel like we can take it as is.
Yeah.
He was being his friend Revis was teaching him to pickpocket and had told him that somebody unbeknownst was going to pay him to watch the kids who ended up being kidnapped.
Yep,
Yeah.
they paid him.
They
They
did.
paid him well for that.
Okay, yeah. So they didn't ask him. They didn't ask him to learn to pickpocket. They just asked him to not be there.
Yeah.
No, but he
No,
did.
not even not be there. He just happened to not be there when the kidnapping happened.
Okay.
Yeah, that is,
His secret shame.
Yep. It's,
Not the secret.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
We're going to tell everybody. 'Cause
Yep.
that guy or orc.
Well, that's him fired right there.
Huh?
Yep. All right, and Matt and Lauren and Matt, where did you guys want to go?
I'll go to the mayor's office.
Okay, mayor's office. And Matt, Graysoul, where do you want to go?
Eventually, the mayor's office. I've tied myself to a lamppost. I'm ready to jump into the abyss and pull Feldrican out whenever I get a glimpse of him. And then presumably, we will all be going to the mayor's office together.
Okay.
Miss out. I'm going to have like an epic battle and get like 4 levels of XP, and you guys are just going to be like, let's learn about government. But that's your call. That's good on you. Good on you guys.
I
All
get
right.
one form approved, and that's 10 levels right there.
I mean,
We'll see who's
that
laughing.
it's all bureaucracy, baby. All right. So the mayor's office is located. The town hall, pardon me, is actually right by the Merchant's Gate on the east side of Cauldron. Ghelve's Locks is located on Middle Tome and Lava Avenue, which is in the southwest corridor or the southwest quadrant. So where you guys are starting, because you guys are at the Lantern Street Orphanage, the town hall is actually much closer. If you'd like to split the part,
No. That locksmith is not going anywhere. I'll hang out with my bros. We'll go do some government things.
okay.
Let's go get a
Sounds
new
good.
park approved.
Yeah, a nice new dockside park. There you go.
I do love frolicking.
It is a lovely, lovely day, but you can't mistake the tension in the air within Cauldron. Citizens, even though it's broad daylight, the citizens are all kind of like warily looking over each other's shoulders, and their own shoulders as they go about their business. Everybody kind of moves quickly, and there's a distinct sense of just wariness in general. Friends run into each other on the streets and are glad to see that they're still there, that they haven't disappeared in the night, because the numbers of disappearances have gone up considerably in the past several weeks. You get to town hall. You get to the town hall, and walking in, there's long lines, of course, of people waiting to be seen for audiences in different departments. But towards the back of the main entryway, you do see what looks to be an unoccupied bureaucrat, very intent in her work, behind a long desk. Her pointed ears do give away her elven heritage.
Were you saying she has a long line, or can we walk up to her?
She does not have a long line at the moment. Most other folks do. She does not.
Well, the person who normally does a lot of this talking is not here at the moment, so. I'll go up if you guys are willing to live a real
Is
dangerous
someone
life.
else
Happens.
I'll clap you on the back and say good luck with that and give you guidance.
Oh no!
Extra D4 on one of your rolls.
I'm the last one to do the
I'm sure.
communication.
Go for it.
Oh,
You're gonna be great, Bird. This is your moment to shine in the group.
Do you know what
Sure.
we're looking for?
We are looking for Fario or Felican.
Okay.
Who are definitely two different people.
Two.
FYI.
Well, look, it's two different half elves, and this is one whole elf, so it might be the two of them.
With
Look,
our
wait,
half elf ears combined.
Are
We
you
live in a world of
saying,
magic.
are you saying that an elf is just like two half elves in a trench coat?
This is how they
Okay.
get in the movie theaters. All right, I'm gonna approach.
I feel attacked.
Yeah. All right. So you approach the haggard bureaucrat at her desk. She's currently taking. She puts down her quill, rolls up the parchment that she was working on, takes a piece of sealing wax, drips it on, is in the middle of sealing it, and then you see her kind of like, and she looks up at you and she's like, can I help you, sir? Maybe direct you to the bathhouse?
Wow. Thank you for that info. Is Fario or Felican around?
I'm sorry, who?
Fario or Felican? Two nice half elves. They're investigators.
This is not a private investigator's office, sir. This is the town hall.
They work for the mayors. Are you saying, oh boy. All right. Who
Wait.
in the mayor's office would hire investigators?
The mayor's office does not hire investigators.
This is going really well. Good. I'll back up. I'm looking for children that have been stolen from your city. Citizens.
You're investigating the disappearances.
Hey, we're on the
Gray
same
Soul
page.
leans in and says, "Children to save," and then leans back.
Looking for children
Oh,
with
dear
cats.
God.
So I'm sure they'd make great pets.
I'm looking for some children. All right.
Yeah, the brutes are not good at diplomacy, but I'm dragging y'all through this anyway, kicking and screaming.
Let me be clear. We're sent from the orphanage. We're
You
doing
were
a
sent-
good thing here.
You were sent from the Lantern Street Orphanage, so you're working for the orphanage.
We're working
Yeah.
we're working for the Church of Helm, who have assigned one of their paladins, Feldrican, to sort of head up.
Oh, the dragon,
Yes,
the other dragon.
The
The
shiny
other-
gold one over there.
the shiny one. Yes, to head up this investigation, searching for the kids. So we had stopped by the orphanage
Mhm.
yesterday. Today, this is still today. We just came
Yeah.
from the orphanage, and we're told that we should speak to these two individuals, as they would be a valuable asset that could help shed some light on our investigation.
Mm. Interesting. Well, it's wonderful that the church has hired you. I don't know what I can do to help you to find these half elves. We don't employ any investigators or half elves.
Do you
Those-
employ anybody who would fit that general description of research or investigation? Any broadly speaking?
I don't know how much more plainly I could put this, sir. We do not.
Oh,
I'm one of the mayor's lieutenants here, and unfortunately, I don't have any idea who you're referring to. Now, the office here may look like it's pretty big, but this is a small office. It's a small community. I know who works in the mayor's office, and I don't know those names that you're referring to.
all right, understood.
Do
Well,
you, speaking of names, do you have a list of the names of the children who have disappeared?
Hold on one second. She actually literally says, "Hold on one second," and she waves over to somebody, and she goes, "Get that. They're from the church. Can you get the
Guys, we got her
those
right
names?"
where we want her. This is the good stuff.
We're doing great. We're playing dumb cop, dumb cop. I love it.
I'm just over on the side. I'm making this face.
I'm gonna ask her out in a minute, and that's gonna seal the deal, guys.
Oh, you're gonna beat me to it? Oh, bummer.
Well, she's
All right.
gonna be so enamored.
We can provide you with a list of the missing. Yes, absolutely. That is something you can certainly do. But first, I'm sorry,
Church of
you're gonna have to
Helm.
prove to me that you guys are actually working for the church, because you know, people come in all the time.
Check out this sweet bottle. The insignia of Helm on it.
Did Feldricken not come with us? Are we assuming that he stayed behind?
He's
Is on
stuck
side
in the
door?
door at the moment, I think. He's making his way
Oh,
over.
he-
It's crowded.
He's got a tag over his head that says AFK.
Maybe he's
actually,
using the little dragon's room.
What would you require in terms of proof to?
do you have any sort of commission, any sort of documentation for the fact that you are, do you have an adventuring license? Or a mercenary license?
This bottle
Oh,
of
my
liquid was
other-
good enough for the lady that watches over the children.
That's just you could buy that from them.
The paladin of the Church of Helm is probably the one with our paperwork, and he is lagging behind us, quite tired. I can. How far are we away, Greg, from the church? Can I run back and get this fairly quickly, or?
I mean, if
Can
you
I-
want,
Here's what's going to happen.
okay. I'm all ears.
I am a very persuasive individual, which I admit, being a giant 300-pound black dragonborn is probably not going to make that easy. But I'm going to say, look, you're obviously aware of the dragonborn, and you are obviously aware. There's only 2 of us in the city, right? There are literally 2 dragonborn in the city. I can give you his full name. I can give you
That is.
I went to war college. I mean, I don't think it should be a stretch for you to believe that the only other dragonborn in town is working with the well-known dragonborn paladin of Helm. And I would really appreciate it. Yes,
And
I could go
just
back.
because he's a black dragon doesn't mean he's evil. And I clap him on the shoulder and give him guidance for this persuasion roll.
I just sort of stare out into space for about 5 seconds silently. I'm going to turn back to the woman, the half-elf, and say, look, I could go get documentation, but that's going to be a 40-minute turnaround. I'm sure, you have better things to do and maybe leaving soon. I would really appreciate it if you would take my word on this.
All right,
Children are missing.
give me a persuasion check. All right. At this point, Feldricken kind of comes in and,
Oh, God damn it.
yeah. No. What I'm saying is that it helps you out.
Okay, well, I
You know.
appreciate it.
Yeah. So he waves, you guys wave. She's like, okay, fine. The assistant comes back a couple of moments later and has 3 sheafs of parchment. 3 sheafs of parchment. Hold on one second here. Let's see. We're going to show. Does that pop up for you guys? I'm going to make sure this appears in your journals here too.
How cute.
So
I got descriptions.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I wasn't going to make you guys try to read the graphic.
Yeah, thank you.
What am I missing?
I'm a dungeon master, but I'm not cruel,
So,
And
It's just a 91-year-old gnome?
an alchemist, a clerk, a prostitute, 2 prostitutes.
You had me at 2.
Sage.
Uh,
5 days, 2 days, 7 days, 5 days. You tell it, baby.
All right.
Huh.
Let me know when you guys are ready for page 2.
Oh God.
Go for it.
I see no patterns here. I give up.
Yeah, no, I don't think we're going to see any obvious patterns.
3 days before his planned wedding, poor Griffon Malik.
I mean, most of them seem fairly young. What's the age range for a gnome?
They
Do they have longer lifespans than humans?
lived to like 400.
Okay, so these are all relatively young folk. All right.
Gnomes aren't that long-lived, but they are longer-lived.
Here's page 2.
I said it really confidently. They can live to 350 to 500 years. Take that.
Oh, well, hell, okay, I'm wrong. All right, has page 2 shown up for you guys?
It
Yeah.
has.
Love the sound effects.
That's
Oh,
not me.
that's just me. I'm literally printing these.
Smart.
What magic you speak of?
This is also appearing in your Roll20 journals, guys, too. So this
Oh,
will
nice.
still be here for later. But
This is
you know,
what she's got a scribe that is making copies of this for us, and they write like.
yeah.
Is that a callback? Call's back.
We're doing great and definitely don't need you. Don't worry about it. We're doing so.
All right.
Don't put your hot dogs into my D&D world. Don't spoil it like that. At best, they're sausages. Meat links. Don't call them hot dogs.
Hot dog.
Breaking the fourth wall. You're the real monster of this story.
Wait, did we tell him how I was just printing
I
those
didn't make
journal
these. Is
pages?
all I'm saying. Yes, you have a. Actually, it's her assistant is doing a rapid transcription for you all.
Does
And
the
here comes
D&D
page
world
3.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God!
Let me know this. Will knowing these things help us in any way?
Yes, very much so.
I don't believe you.
How many pages are there?
72.
3.
All right, so 25.
So this is the third page that I just shared with you guys.
Third and last.
I thought there was 4 children.
There are. Deacon Stormshield is 20 in Dwarven years, which is still very young.
Do you have a calendar?
Calendar.
Mm-hmm.
The poor female elven clerk here. Yes, please. Just one moment. Just one moment. Still in the middle of processing other things for other people at the moment. Give me one moment. I will have. Can somebody please fetch them a calendar? She's clearly getting to be at her wit's end.
Preferably one with the.
Even.
Preferably one
meantime,
that
I'm
you tear
Googling
away
one
each
for
day
you.
and has a joke with a little cartoon on it.
Let's start making lists here.
Did we ask if there was anything else for the Karatis family?
That's not correct.
No.
That's not correct.
I would say definitely not.
Ah.
All right, Officer, a law clerk.
Calendars in the Forgotten Realms. Here we go.
Do you think in the Forgotten Realms, the far side would be the Underdark?
Should have known that you guys would ask for this. The what would the like in the comics?
Yeah, it's like there's like a drow like trying to push a door that says pull.
So Greg on page
School for the arcane gifted.
Greg on page 2, the second person.
That would be amazing.
McCarty. What is she? A local something? I see Chan and nothing else. A local Chan something.
Chandler.
Chandler. What is a Chandler? Do you know what a Chandler is?
Hold on a second. Let me check.
One who chans, apparently.
They make chandeliers.
Guys.
Oh, that's weird.
I'm gonna fight from the chandeliers. Take the high ground.
A Chandler is someone who makes candles. She sells candles. She makes and sells candles.
I guess that's an hostler.
Well, you know what's hilarious is that I have. I actually have Forgotten Realms calendars. The problem is, no, that's right. This isn't Forgotten Realms. The calendar here is by default in Greyhawk. So hold on.
Oh, for goodness sake!
I don't have. Yeah.
This seems like work. I'm not here to work. I'm here to break people.
This is too much bureaucracy.
Right? We should have gone to the locksmith.
What I'm going to do with this wall behind me is put all the names of the victims and get some red yarn.
Here,
please do.
Let me cut us a little bit of slack here. I would like to ask the clerk. Can you tell us how long ago the first known victim was taken? Like, was it a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a month ago?
Yes. How long ago was 8 Reaping 593?
Let's just make our lives
The
a
first
little
known
easier.
victim of the disappearances?
Huh?
About 3 months. About 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about 2 months ago, actually. About 2 months.
Okay.
And weeks are 10 days long in Greyhawk, or in our version here.
So nothing job-wise that seems to stick them together. The mix of races is the mix of sex.
No, pardon me. It's 28 days divided into 4 weeks of 7 days each. It's 10 days of the Forgotten Realms calendar.
So, like the Gregorian, it's 7 days per week, 4 weeks roughly per month.
For anybody who's following, along, we are running this set in the Forgotten Realms, but there are a few items here that haven't been updated. 28 days per month, 4 weeks even. Yep.
You're gonna make me make my own calendar, aren't you?
Yep. I got it right here. If anybody needs to put it, take a look. I will put it in the Roll20 chat.
The last person taken before the orphans.
Oh no! I've got a graphic for you. I'll put the link in the Roll20 chat. And shout out to Dr. Demonology on the amazing looking calendar here. So thank you for that. Shout out to Google for making it readily accessible.
Oh, that's clever.
But never mind.
So what day is it today?
What's up?
Oh, I could tell you that actually, because it's like what, 2 days after the children were taken? And the children were taken.
It's now 4 days after the children disappeared.
And the children were taken on 5 Patchwall.
So it's 9 patch wall. It's the 9th of patch wall right now.
Okay. Well, gosh, we're almost.
Do we have Sir Peldrican back?
We do.
Wonderful.
We're almost in the same.
So they
month
are.
in the game that we
Everybody's
are in real
currently
life.
in the mayor's office. What was that, Lauren?
I was just saying, we're in the same month in the game as we are in real life. We're almost at the same time.
Yeah, about that.
Pretty awesome.
I see one strange thing here in these notes that perhaps we should investigate.
Go on.
And what?
We were looking before. As you recall, one of the individuals listed here is this Janir Everdon. I thought they'd said that she was I thought they'd said at the orphanage that she was a human, but she's listed as a halfling. Said that she volunteered at the Bluecrater Academy. There is another individual, a gnome, who is 74 years old, who was also from the Bluecrater Academy. If Janir worked with the children, any links to her would be something to investigate, as well as her home.
Well, and
Yes.
24 is almost very close to the original vanishing that the gnome suffered under.
Yes,
So born right around that time.
these are my thoughts exactly.
Well, I would say that would be a good place to go visit then. Oh, and there is, in fact, there is another on page 2. Right. So it's got multiple people who worked at Bluecrater Academy. Just those two? It's just those two.
Jasper Drundelsput, a 74-year-old gnome.
And Janir Everdon, a female halfling.
Yes, Janir is the. As I was saying, when I came into town, it said that Janir had just disappeared as well, and that she also volunteered at the orphanage.
Wait, I don't see Janir on this list.
She's on page
She's on
2.
page 2.
Oh, never mind. There she is.
So 8, 13. So 5, 2, 7, 5. That 2, 7, 5, 8.
But no one's been taken in the last 4 days, right?
No, not the most recent disappearances are of the children. If anyone else has disappeared, it is yet to be reported.
Well, and there was a big gap between Jasper Drundelsput and the kids, right? That was almost a full month.
Well, as make a wisdom check, because you're actually kind of onto something. Something that was told to you before. I'm going to see if you remember or not.
Ahoy! Just general wisdom or perception or
Make a general wisdom.
all right, passive wisdom. There we go.
Greg, can I make an investigation roll to see if I see any other patterns in this that I might be missing?
Go for it. All right, Joe. Brick, you actually do recall that that Captain Skellerang gave you guys some basic information. Fel, this list doesn't seem like, when you're looking at it, it seems like that there isn't really anything in common with anybody. But who here remembers their conversation with Captain Skellerang?
Apparently not me, other than the fact that it happened.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for the conversation with the captain.
Ah. Okay. Well.
Yeah, I remember. He visited us in the church.
Right, but you remember what he said.
Sure.
First, he was asking us about I recounted the events in terms of what happened in terms of being attacked, and then and you coming to my aid, and then he So there had been some issues within the militia, and that the individual that we captured, that we turned over to him, had not given up any of his compatriots. Nihilist was the guard who we relieved of his foot.
He didn't really need that anyway.
Yeah.
I believe he was the one who told us about the vanishing as well.
But you don't recall any of the other information that he gave you guys.
Let's check my notes and see if I did a good job taking notes. I did not.
Because wait a minute, he came to visit.
He said
Yeah, we were having breakfast.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
totally misread. Okay.
Remember, kind of handsome, older guy.
Had a devastating
I was
jawline.
thinking of the sea captain. That's the problem. I was thinking of the sea.
I did recall he did say every disappearance had happened at night, with a preference for overcast and extra dark moons
Yep.
on new moons or overcast nights. 27 total missing, including the 4 children.
Now the dates don't match any type of lunar cycle. I can tell you that.
Well, I'm sorry guys. I don't have much. Do you guys want to go to the academy next? And
Yeah, we can ask both about the 2 folks who work there and the gnomish noble who is still working there.
I do think we need to remember that the investigators who apparently went to the orphanage are not real investigators. So something to keep in mind.
yeah, I don't like that we don't know who they are.
How do we know that they're
Are there
not real
any-
investigators?
Oh, because the elf at the mayor's office said that the mayor does not have
I'm
investigators.
right here, Ms. Glenannon.
You said it.
That's correct. That's exactly
I thought
right.
you were.
You make a valid point. So we have people gathering information under false pretenses.
Yeah.
The knight did also tell us that the last laugh had come in and supplanted the alley bashers, wiping them out.
And the one of the 2, who was? Hold on, I've got this in my notes because one of the folks were keeping eyes on the kid. The last laugh had been keeping an eye on Taram Karatis.
Yes, Revis had paid Revis, a halfling, had paid 50 gold to Patch to keep an eye on him.
So if they weren't the ones who nabbed him, they may be trying to find out who it was. And if it was the ones who nabbed him, it may be the other group, the alley bashers, who also know that the child has some sort of significance and is trying to hunt them down themselves. Just FYI.
Interesting theory.
He said. So why did 2 gangs want control of a supposedly orphaned kid? He's clearly got ties to somebody, or he's got power within him. Probably tied to someone. Ooh, I wonder if he's like a bastard child. Ooh. Then you've got like blackmail. Ooh, I like that. Rick likes that. Rick likes mystery.
Maybe he's like a long lost prince or something.
It could be. I mean, it could be. This is the way to usurp some politician that you don't like. Kick him out. Be like, here's his official son. He should get the place on the council now. I've got a vote.
Something like that.
I don't suppose you have some sort of citizenry registry or anything, do you? Any kind of records of the people who live in this town?
Of course we do.
So if I were to ask for
Mhm.
Fario Ikathon or whatever his name is, you could tell me if it's a person who lives here regularly?
I have never heard that name before.
Oh, so you know everybody in the town.
Well, I am one of the clerks here of the city, serving the Lord Mayor's office.
That's impressive.
I
I
happen
do
to
not
work-
have that kind of mind.
I happen to work in the tax collecting department. Not too many people come over this way, but we do know everyone.
Fair.
And I have never heard the names that you've given me. Fario, Elsgoth, or Felian Shard. I've never heard either of those names.
Well, they're clearly false names. So the people are clearly not investigators. So that's a dead end. So I think we should probably let this lady get back to her job, and we can go speak to folks at the Bluecrater Academy. You haven't, out of curiosity, ma'am, you haven't had anybody else come here asking about any of the abducted, specifically perhaps the children? No.
Nope, just you. Now, if you'll pardon me, we are putting out a new notice on levying additional taxes under the mayor's order shortly. So I'm sure that my department is going to be full of complaining citizens very soon. I would like to save my nerves until then.
Of course.
Let me ask you, how many of you are residents here?
Just the dwarf.
I'm a newly knighted resident.
A newly knighted. Oh, so that's right. You're with the church. Well, very good.
I live in the
right.
woods.
Does that mean Feldricken doesn't pay taxes?
So you're not out.
I don't.
No, the churches pay taxes in this world. Yeah. The churches do pay taxes in this land.
We pay quite a bit of tax.
It's a utopia.
One way to look at it.
Is there any list?
And Katha's trying to slink away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you as a new citizen here, sir, you will be receiving a copy of this soon enough. But you said your name is Feldricken. Is that with one U or two?
That is with two.
Fantastic.
Sir Feldricken
Very good.
Vorkrist.
In that case,
And
Be summoned for jury duty in no time.
Whoops.
Miss, is there any history of a
Don't
Karatis
laugh. We'll be
family?
needing jurors soon, I'm sure.
I'd
Is
love
there
to
any-
be on
Not
jury.
in this city, no.
And are you familiar with any in the nearby towns, etc.? Is that a family name?
The nearby towns are not my domain, therefore they are not my concern. Nothing that I
What I
recognize.
asked. I see.
But and she hands you a piece of paper. And she says, "You've been notified now." And actually, Katha, are you making any sort of effort to be discreet at the moment?
Not really. I'm kind of standing like a lump in the corner. How can I be of assistance?
Oh,
Me.
Oh, yes, and you, miss, you are a resident here, is that correct?
Uh-huh.
Very good, very good. What was your name again?
Katha Glenannon.
Katha Glen. Yes. Your grandmother owns a house in the Northeast District, as I recall. Yes. Please, have a copy for you and deliver this to her.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Granny's not a big fan of taxes.
Well, please tell her to pay them on time this time. We're getting tired of sending over agents to make the collections.
Did they come back with all their limbs?
They did, surprisingly. Not without a lot of bluster on your grandmother's part. She is quite a spirited woman, as my agents have told me.
That's Granny.
Does your grandma also have a big axe?
Oh, she's really into the double hatchet approach. Yeah.
Amazing.
That's where I learned my hatchet. It's Granny style. Mm-hmm.
Noted.
Could you tell us, are there any particular businesses within the last year, etc., who I noticed on this tax notice of imported goods who have a particularly large outstanding bill or a high bill that they have paid in terms of their imported goods?
I'm sorry, I'm not authorized to disclose other people's tax information, as I'm sure you'll understand.
Well, I wouldn't understand that, as I am a knight, and part of what we do is investigate crimes that might harm people.
Indeed. Well, if we get to a point where anyone is doing harm to us by not paying their taxes, I will be sure to let you know.
I am going to try and roll persuasion.
I just want to point out that my husband just brought me warm chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, that's a good husband.
I just made a calendar denoting all the dates that people got pulled on.
Oh, yeah. I'm doing that too.
I put a link in.
You guys got to get like a Google group. There you go. Just put it in the Facebook group. That'll be a good start.
So I don't know how much that helped at 15, but what I try and do is I try and lead in and say, Miss, we have reason to believe that some of these abductions, especially of the children, may be from groups outside or newer to the city. And as you know, criminal elements are oftentimes those who dodge their taxes or have the money to pay high amounts of taxes. After all, this is for the children.
I understand that. I can tell you that, to my knowledge at this moment, all of the major noble families and major enterprises within Cauldron are current with their taxes, although these new ones have yet to be assessed. If anyone falls behind or acts suspicious about it, I'll be certain to let you know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you track the input and export of goods into the city?
Of course we do, but that's not my department. I handle taxes.
Of course. Where would I go to speak to someone about the commerce in the city?
If you wish to speak with someone from the Commerce Department, I would recommend going out the front of the building, hanging a left, going to the very back of the line, which tends to wrap around the entire building usually twice, and waiting in that line, and then you might be able to speak with someone in the Commerce Department by next Tuesday. It's a very busy time for us right now. The Flood Festival is almost upon us, and as a result, that is a time for annual collections, and there's a lot going on.
What's the not being from here? What's the Flood Festival? Is that a big deal here in town?
Are you a traveler, sir, or a resident? A new resident?
No, I'm a new resident. I've only been here for about a week.
Oh, you're a new resident. Fantastic. What's your name, sir?
Steve.
Rick.
Brick. Very good. And where do you reside, Brick? But where do you reside, Brick? Good.
Yes. I'm currently residing at the Drunken Morcoth Inn. I'm renting a room from the owner.
Fantastic. Then, and are you employed by the owner, or are you just residing there? What is your place of employment?
I work there as a bouncer.
Very good. And what are your wages? Have you filed your proper paperwork?
Guys, we got to get out of here. We're losing so much.
I tell you, let me. I tell you what. I probably have it, so I will go get in that line right now.
Okay. Alrighty then.
Look at
Well,
this,
but
we're level
before you
0
go,
and are no
and then
longer
you said
the
that's
adventuring party.
B-R-I-C-K, is that correct? B-R-I-C-K?
That's correct. That's correct.
Fantastic. Here you go. Here's your notice, sir. Welcome to Cauldron.
Thank you. Thank you.
I will be sure to send an agent by the Drunken Morkoth to make their collection.
Of course.
When you said this would be adventures in bureaucracy, I honestly thought you were joking mostly.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's going to be intelligent checks for filling out paperwork, truly.
What's this? We're no longer an adventuring party? We've spent too much time doing taxes? That's interesting.
Imagine anyone coming into the Twitch like right now. It's like, why am I in bureaucracy land?
Let me tell you, the write-offs you get as an adventurer are pretty amazing. I'm just saying.
I just
All
double
right.
classed an accounting.
Can I double class as an adventurer and a bouncer? Is that allowable? Or
I mean, I think the thing is that you'd have to apply to get a license and a permit. You have to get a license to get the permit. And then after that, you'll need to do the annual recertification. But then you'll be able to get a whole whopping 1% write-off on your taxes for your adventuring expenses. But they do have to be qualified adventuring expenses. There's a list. Okay.
as you said, this, I'm pulling out my
anyhow,
mace, ready to beat her to
with
death.
that, now that some of the new residents here have been served with their official tax notices, what's up, Adam?
Oh, I just walked backwards. I'm
Yeah,
out.
you have just noped the hell out. Okay.
I'm out
Cool.
of here.
I like it. I approve. I approve. Okay. So with that, what would you like to? What would you guys like to do next?
I think we should hit up the Magical Academy, ask around the two folks who were working there who disappeared, and also try and touch base with the gnomish noble person who is still working there, all as possible sources of information.
Gotcha.
Agreed.
Okay.
I'm feeling very confused, and feeling confused makes me grumpy, so I want to hit something.
Yeah, we can go
Okay.
pick a break before that. We can just go out to that line. I'm sure there's people who've been there for hours just waiting to let loose.
Just randomly sucker punch someone who looks funny.
Oh, you don't sucker punch them. You just say something nasty. They're already at the end of their limit.
I mean, I'll pick a
Just
fight.
cut them in line. They will start to fight themselves.
Oh, yeah.
And it's self-defense.
See you there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just puny and tiny compared to my giant dragonborn bulk.
Okay.
Did you say giant dragonborn?
Bulk. B-U-L-K.
Okay.
That's what you said.
Okay.
Hey, Brick,
I
can you
heard
show me
something
that?
completely different.
Brick, can you show me that tax form you just got?
Yeah.
And I tap it with my stick and produce flame, and it lights on fire.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no!
That.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's how you cut through the red tape.
That's gonna be it.
Live off the
Alrighty.
grid, my friend.
Our academy. This has been lovely. Thank you for your help. Very much appreciated. Please come and get out of here.
All right. I'll let you guys exit. And she's like, God damn it! Somebody clean up this pile of ash here, please.
I thought he was outside. This implies that I walked back in, lit it on fire, and then exited again.
Yeah.
So Greg, real quick, just for time frame. So on this map you gave us,
Yes.
Brewfest is listed, but it looks like Brewfest is a season versus
I was going to ask about that.
because one of these disappearances happened on the 3rd of Brewfest, and I have no sense of the spacing where that goes between the last day in Harvest, the 24th, and the first one in Patchwall, the 5th, when the kids got.
Oh, God damn it.
I was assuming it
Okay,
was
so
meant to be third and Patchwall.
Yeah, probably the 3rd patch wall. Let's just go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, no discernible pattern.
Nope.
But give me a round of insight checks, guys, or wisdom checks if you don't have insight.
As soon as my mouse works, I'll be happy to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hello, tax notice lady. Meow, meow, meow.
Okay, as you guys exit, just because you're all talking about it, I'm going to go over what you folks learned from the captain again. Okay, because I think we could all stand to have a little bit of just a refresher real quick. As you can see, according to the list, people have vanished from every district in town. There's no particular localization. Most of the victims, as you can see, according to the professions, seem to be low to middle class, but otherwise there isn't anything really in common. All of the recent kidnappings have occurred at night. The kidnappers prefer to strike on overcast nights or when the moon is new, which is why you see some of the gaps. Because that actually does go either with the lunar calendar, or if it's outside the lunar calendar, it's probably because it was an overcast night.
Okay.
The captain reminded you that he's been watching the suspected members of the Last Laugh and the Alley Bashers, but nothing is really paid off from connecting with those informants yet. No one has come forward to report any sort of screams, scuffles, or sinister figures creeping about. There's been no obvious suspicious activity. And the constabulary suspects between 2 and 6 culprits based on the number of footprints at the scene, a good mix of small and medium-sized humanoids. Oh, and as you guys have already figured out, the perpetrators pick the locks of the victim's dwelling. Once inside, they grab their prey, steal any loot they can gather, and vacate. It's kind of a snatch and grab, but without leaving any traces of a snatch.
A lot of the homes weren't robbed, though.
Yeah, they were. Not the orphanage, but a lot of the other homes, actually. Anybody who was taken from their home, a lot of their belongings and valuables seemed to have disappeared. Anything that was worth any money that wasn't nailed down.
Oh.
Are there any creatures that are essentially like crows that just have like a tendency to grab the shiny sparkly thing?
I mean, you could be talking about Kenku.
What is the Kenku?
Like a humanoid crow.
I was thinking more of like yes, larger beasts that have that sort of like affiliation to shiny sparkly things. Are those sorts of crows found around here? Are they smart enough to be trainable?
Give me a intelligence check. Give me an intelligence check.
The Gryffindor asking about nifflers.
See if that works. Guys, I am sure it's birds. Oh man, guys, this is all birds. It's birds. It's definitely birds. I have solved the mystery, guys. Birds. My
Okay.
2 has me strongly believing that this is the work of birds. Sentient birds who weren't actually after the people, they were just after the things, but it was like the rings were on people and it was just easier to grab the people wholesale and get the jewels off of them later. Guys, I'm going to become a detective. I mean, I'm amazed at how. All right, what's our next adventure? We solved this one.
Well,
Oh my god.
Should we go get some birdseed?
one of the possibilities as well is that they weren't kidnapped, but that they went willingly and they took anything of value with them.
Oh.
Interesting.
That they were given an offer that made more sense to move than to stay. The other thing that is peculiar to me is whether there was a mistake in the telling of it or an intentional mislogging of at least what we were told at the orphanage was that Miss Janir Everdon was a human, and in their listing it has her as a halfling who was a jeweler's apprentice and not as a human who's an herbologist, which to me is rather strange.
Out of game, that's probably that's an inconsistency between the original magazine published module and the hardcover.
Okay.
Because I'm mixing supplements, so we're gonna go with the human.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
So not.
I would like to spend the rest of today figuring that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but you guys are actually
taxes.
really good
I wanted
at
to start
figuring out,
taxes.
like picking apart the little details. You know.
All right.
I'm
If
pretty
there's
impressed.
anything Nerd Squad loves, it's detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
right?
I was thinking there, if you're intentionally misclassifying a missed person, that's a pretty big red flag.
We can take that up with the guys who wrote the module here. You can take it up with Jesse Decker, Chris Perkins, all those guys. You know. So we could tweet at them later and be angry about the fact that they screwed up their consistencies between their web supplements and the hardcover edition of the mod. You know, I'm sure they'll really care.
How much taxes do they pay in Cauldron? That's what I want to know.
That's the real question here.
I
Yeah.
want to get to the bottom of this.
I just
Wait.
love that this is taking on a very Elliot Ness tone now.
Yeah.
We all get trench coats.
And hats.
The brute squad will be styling. I love it.
All right.
Are we going to the academy?
Yeah. Where would you guys like to go next?
The academy makes sense.
Agreed.
Okay.
These people seem to be in positions where they can pick up a ton of secrets.
Are we going to leave the locksmith alone for now?
We don't. We also don't have the mistress Gretchen Kashik said she was going to look at her files in terms of the information about Taram Karatas, which I don't know if we got that information, and also we haven't checked out the house of.
And we were going to go check out the locksmith. Then.
We were going to check out the locksmith, and we were also going to check out Janir's place, who was volunteering at the orphanage. Janir Everdon.
Oh, the jeweler apprentice.
The jeweler apprentice, yeah.
We'll go to Janir's house before we go to the academy.
I think we should, just in case we see anything there, in case they try and lie to us. See if there's any clues that might. Yeah.
Okay. So where is Janir Everdon's house then?
You son of a.
Gretchen said she was going to take us there. Was that in the announcement where she was taken from?
I don't recall her actually making that promise.
No, it only says when she
No,
was
it's not
taken.
there.
It's on page 2.
Yes. Yeah. I recall her saying that she lived nearby and she could show us where she lived, but she might have misspoken since it was late at night.
Okay. Well, would you like to go back and speak with Gretchen then, or do you want to go to Bluecrater, or do you want to go to the locksmith, or do you want to split the party?
Some of us aren't from here. We'll never find each other again.
I don't know. I don't feel good about splitting the party.
I think we should stick together. I think, does it make sense to ask, because also we need to ask Gretchen if there was any more information about Taram and in her records and the circumstances in which the baby appeared on the steps, assuming that he's one of our key links in terms of that family, that they're him being protected. She doesn't know. We haven't told her about Patch, which we're planning not to, but she might have some things she doesn't know that could help us.
All right. If you guys wish to do that,
Should be a quick stop.
is that the consensus? Yeah.
Agree with that?
Pardon me. Is that the consensus?
Yes.
I'm on board.
Sure.
Okay. Alrighty, hold on one moment. All right, well, with that, let's go ahead and take a 5 minute as you guys arrive at the Lantern Street Orphanage. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Let me know when we are.
Should go in a couple of seconds.
All right.
I'm not sure how long the delay takes from our end once we switch.
Well, I know it takes a few seconds at least. I think we're actually about a full minute or two behind. But once you switch it over, it's over. So I'm guessing that we're live right now if you've already switched it. So I'm guessing that we're back. If you've been sticking with us, thank you so much. Please feel free to jump in the chat on whatever platform you're watching us on. Feel free to jump in the chat. I'm actually interacting with folks in chat as we play here. One of the things we like to do while we're playing with the brutes here is if you feel like someone is doing particularly well in an encounter, really role-playing their character, if you're enjoying what they're doing, I will let each person in the chat can reward their favorite. Yes, it is, Captain Rosa. This is D&D. Thank you so much for coming in and checking us out on Periscope tonight. We are. I am a big fan of the fans here giving inspiration, rewarding our favorite characters and players inspiration for good role play and good ideas. So if you guys are enjoying this, please jump into the chat and let me know if you think that someone is deserving inspiration for what they're doing right now. All right, and with that, let us go ahead and resume. So as you're leaving the mayor's office, give me a round of perception checks.
Good money, no whammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, natural
Heck
20.
What?
I'm staring directly at the wall.
Which was funny because I was just about to say that I was going to change my vote because Matt, I think you're onto something, and that we should go check out the locksmith instead of the academy. But
Okay.
apparently, I don't really think that based on this.
Well, I mean, the locks are the key is part of the actual.
Part of what we talked about, yeah.
So, how close are we to the locksmith, Greg, as compared to
you guys are currently literally on the easternmost point in the city, right next to the merchant gate. The orphanage is northeast. The locksmith is basically almost straight south, or in the southern quadrant.
Do you want to change tactic, folks, and go check out the locksmith since there's immediate reference?
Change tactic.
Sure. Being the incredibly perceptive black dragonborn that I am, I'm like, guys, wait. I really think we should go check out the locksmith. Prophecy specifically states the key is in the locks. And if he's involved with this, there's a chance he might bail before we get to him. So we should go check him out first.
The locks are key to finding them.
Right.
Yep.
Details. It's all words, man. Let's check out this locksmith is what I'm saying.
Let's go use some words on the locksmith, see what happens.
Yeah.
With those perception checks, do we notice anybody trying to follow us? Anybody giving us some side eye? Anybody who needs brute squatting?
Hold on 1 second, sir.
Guys,
Hey,
we went to
hold, and Joe, hold on 1 second. Before you say anything, let me message Paul real fast.
ho.
Some secret bullshit.
You know it's good when the DM is doing a whisper chat.
Oh yeah.
Or really, really bad, like, hey, let's talk about taxes more. People really like that.
So many viewers.
Everyone in the
I
chat
love
is
the fact that you guys just stood there and let us serve you with documents and didn't try to make it faster. All right. Yeah. That was hilarious. And
How far away are they, Greg? Are they close enough to hear me talking? If I use a normal voice and not my booming outside voice?
No.
So I'm just going to sort of
not close enough to hear you.
I'm just gonna casually turn to Feldricken and be like, there are two men down the street at the corner that appear to be actively watching us. So, a couple options here. We can split up and see which ones they follow, or we can just go to one of our destinations and see if they. No, better yet. Do we want to have someone peel off, or stay here and then wait for them to follow us and then follow them, and we can corner them and question them?
I think we would start to walk and then have somebody around a corner peel off and wait, and then so we've got a front and follow going.
How busy are the streets here currently?
I mean, it's midday. It's getting to be lunch hour. It's kind of busy. People are coming out, leaving work, and getting headed to the taverns, headed to different places to grab a meal.
I'd say let's have our dwarven warrior do the peel off and turn around a corner. I think she's going to have a better shot of sort of hiding in a crowd if there is any crowd. How perceptive is Catholic?
Not really.
Not really. All right.
I'm more of a instinctual character.
Well, I don't think either the Dragonborn are going to be able to peel off without being noticed. So,
my way of not being noticed is by being so obvious they assume that I don't really mean to be doing anything.
and Lorenzo would be great for this.
I know.
I'd be more than happy to fall back.
part
but
of-
I'm convinced I'm also being watched.
Who's watching you, Birch?
Oh, there's a
How,
dark.
Part of
how gaudily dressed is our elven bard? Are you dressed to the nines as if you were going to a performance, or are you just sort of like cool palette colors and normal?
I mean, clothing wise, I would probably blend in. I'm not so sure
putting West down?
about. Huh?
I'm guessing Lauren might have had to step away for a minute. Oh, I can't hear her.
No.
Oh no, she's right there.
He's here.
Oh, I don't have her audio or visual feed anymore.
That's how good her stealth is, guys. Let's send her.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Ooh.
she just nailed her stealth check to the point where I can't even see her anymore. That's amazing.
She's dressed fairly normally. She's not so outlandish as to draw a great deal of attention to her.
I have a +3 stealth modifier.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, fantastic. So I'm going to recommend, again, just sort of casually speaking to the group, not to raise suspicion, bringing up that there's these two gentlemen supposedly keeping eyes on us. I suggest we head off towards the locksmiths, and at maybe a block or two down the road, Tara, our elven bard, should peel off onto a side street, and if we can maybe do a little pincher action on these folks, find out who they are. They might be, perhaps, the two gentlemen who were investigating the orphanage earlier under false pretenses.
Hey, Brick, do me a favor. As you're doing all this stuff, I need you to make a deception check.
Oh. I'm fairly
Because,
good.
Okay. That's fine. You made a deception check. I appreciate that. What I need now is...
That's never a good sound.
Good job. Good job.
You
really-
tried. You tried.
Make another perception check, please.
Perception check. All right. Well, this should go better.
Okay. You risk a glance back to where those guys were, and they have turned away and are wandering off.
Are those two guys is the person that I was noticing? Is that the same as those two guys?
You notice basically you notice a dark-haired gentleman that has now turned away and is wandering off. But it looked like he'd been watching you.
Okay.
The other two. I'm gonna recommend that Tarago follows the two guys, and we'll go on our merry way to the locksmith, and she can meet up with us at the locksmith if she sees where they end up going.
2-on-1. I think if we see him again, we'll see him.
Get close.
What if we chase them down right now?
Well, but we don't know if they've done anything. Have her follow one of the two groups, either the single guy or the two
Yeah,
guys.
or we chase them. I mean, I think if they've made us.
There's
let's-
only. Oh, go on, Paul. Sorry.
I was gonna say if they've. I was agreeing. If they've made us, might as well rush them now.
Do we know that they've done anything wrong though? That seems a little.
I think it's safe to assume they have, and we need to do something about it.
We've established that we are not subtle, guys.
We don't know that they haven't done
That's
anything
fair.
wrong.
We are nothing if not subtle. How far away are they, Greg?
I would say that at this point they're about a good 100 feet away and still going.
Let's just go aggressively talk to them.
Yeah, I'm gonna start running towards them, and if they don't have anything to hide, they're not gonna run away from a golden knight.
That's true. Guilty people don't run away from dragons chasing.
I'll go start speed walking towards the two gents who I.
If you don't run away from a paladin if you don't have something to hide.
Oh God. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. I keep getting error messages, and I think it's because of because I can't see Lauren. Give me a minute. I'm going to refresh, and we will pick this up in just a second.
By the way, not sure that I appreciate being volunteered for
Reload, please.
unknown.
I wasn't
by myself.
I love it. I love it.
But it was a compliment to your clear skills in espionage. Someone was going to survive an encounter with a suspicious dudes. It would be you, because you're so good at what you do. Just a big old lumbering, cub bug. They're going to see me coming a mile away. But you could just be like, boop, 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 boop. Stop.
Sure.
We make the diversion.
Vampires in Twilight, but okay.
That's true. We will make a very nice diversion.
I mean, when you've got two 7-foot plus dragonborn, we're about as subtle as a sledgehammer.
Right? And so why bother?
I do think that our would-be pursuers have made us making them.
Okay, now I'm missing Matt.
They could be bold.
There's Matt.
There's Matt. And he's gone. Our dungeon master. We're bereft of rules. Now is the time to break the yoke, the chains that bind us.
Well,
All right, let's go get that tax lady.
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, he's back. He's back. Never mind. Abort.
Oh,
Okay,
go back to
now I
level
can't
3,
see
guys.
Matt at all.
But can you hear us?
Damn it. I can hear
Matt
you
says
guys.
he can't see you.
Alright.
Can you hear
but-
Matt?
Yeah, and he's can't. And give me
I
1
don't
second.
know.
I'm going to try this one more time.
Greg, Matt doesn't hear you either.
I see him though.
Yep, give me 1 second. Gonna try
Can he hear
this again.
Laura now?
So now I'm wondering, right? So you're just walking down the street in a city, right? And you just happen to see like two dragonborn walking behind you, and you're still walking. Whatever. It's a big city. They're uncommon, but it happens. You get 2 more blocks. You look back. They're still walking, and they're catching up, right? Because they're big. They've got a bigger stride, right? So now maybe you're speeding up a little, right? You're a little concerned, right? One's clearly a paladin, but still, right? Like another block. And now they're sort of like chugging, like they're not really running, right? They don't want to be like, we're really after you, but they're like, oh, we're out for a nice jog, and you're like, well, shit, I gotta get the hell out of here. So now you're taking right turns and stuff, and that's how we're gonna get them, right? We're gonna freak them out, and then our rogue and our warrior circle around and just like.
This feels like a conversation to be had in a diner in a Quentin Tarantino movie, guys.
So just so we're clear, no more of this dwarven hamstringing shit, all right? None of that. We're not taking off feet anymore.
But that worked really well. I mean, that guy opened up after that.
Greg doesn't have that.
We will relay your messages to Matt. I'm hearing voice.
I don't see Greg's video anymore either.
Yeah, he doesn't see you.
Do we all magically teleport to the RAM of non D&D? Can refresh all our pages. Very well. Refresh.
Just refreshing.
All right.
Matt, we're all going to close and rejoin.
Okay.
All right.
Me? Why do I have to be the entertaining one? I don't even know how to juggle.
Oh, Matt must be doing that, but can anybody see him?
Not yet. Perhaps he's trying to get us set up. Hey!
Yeah, but he should be in the chat room with us.
By the way, does anyone else have their page set up in a way that is very reminiscent of the Brady Bunch? Because mine is,
A little bit.
and it's weirding me out just a tad.
This is the story of a golden dragon.
Who got jumped and got the shit kicked out in the street.
Oh my
Then he met some friends who came to his aid. And now they all form the Brute Squad. The Brute Squad. The Brute Squad. They go around saving people, doing good. They're the Brute Squad. The Brute Squad. That's the way they all became the Brute Squad.
Genius.
And I'm Alice.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not. I'm not picking up after you people.
Brady Bunch lyrics.
Have you texted him?
I have texted Matt, just seeing where he's at.
Where's your head at, son?
Oh, here he comes. He's should be in. Do you see him, Greg?
I don't.
He just appeared.
Oh, I see him.
Okay, maybe. Oh, yeah, no, here he is.
Yay.
I guess I'm just lagging behind everybody else a little bit. Okay, cool. I think we're all back. Thank you for that, guys. Sorry about that.
Except for Lorenzo.
Poor Lorenzo.
Poor Lorenzo.
Yeah.
He's the same level as us.
I got you, Matt. Okay. Cool. All right, so I think we're all met again and working. The system's working again. So let's go on ahead and pick it up where we left off. You guys. So Paul, you said that you were going to start making chase after this individual that you saw that appeared to be watching you.
Yes.
Two individuals or one individual?
The two.
I saw, Brick saw two. I saw one, but we saw him peeling off.
I'll
they-
follow Feld wherever he goes.
Okay.
All
right, so you're gonna
Did I
pull.
notice someone with him?
Hold on a second. Oh, we don't have the. I closed the Roll20 tabletop too, didn't I? I did. I closed it on my end. So give me a second. Let me get that back up and get Matt a stream for that.
We're about to see how good that conditioning training in War College was.
Right?
Yeah,
or rather,
right.
how much of
How
it I
many
still got.
push-ups you guys do?
I mean, I'm sure sprinting isn't great for us, considering the bulk we carry around. But this is going to be a short sprint. It's not going to take us much to run them down. And if need be, I can throw a mace
We'll
at
find out.
I was gonna say we could just start throwing
him.
things.
Just picking things. Doesn't even have to be something. I'll just pick up things as I'm running by and just chuck them mid-throw.
Nothing like attacking random people who are going about their merry way by the mayor's office.
I already tried to make that argument, but Feld was like, let's murder some people. And I'm like, all right, brother. Whatever you say, you're the paladin. If we got to murder people.
If the paladin says
I believe the words were "bring to justice" /
I did
save
point out that
the
they've
children.
They've done anything wrong. I just want that. I'll still kill him for you. I'm just saying. I just want to point out that
I'm not talking about killing anybody. I'm
All right.
talking about asking some questions.
I'm just saying.
The
If
hard
we
way.
tackle a human,
Ideally
going
not.
full speed, we're gonna crush him.
I'm the cuddly dragonborn. I'm the good
You're
dragon to
the
the bad dragon. There's
That's
a
fine. I will crush their legs. You can be like, let me heal you if you tell us what we want to know. Also, a donation to the church, please.
Would you like to sponsor?
There
a
you
child?
go.
Would you like to sponsor a Dragonborn on his journey through War College? For only 3 gold a week, you too can sponsor a Dragonborn, turning into a bloodthirsty killing machine.
For the price of 1 coffee a day.
Hey Matt,
For the price of 1 orphan meal a day.
Matt, I just messaged you the new OBS link for the tabletop. So
Got it.
that should be good to go. And now, yep. So with your surge forward into the crowd as you start bolting after these guys, give me a dex check as you go, just to see how
Not athletics.
All of us.
how well you actually start making it through this lunchtime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, just the ones running.
Oh boy.
I don't run.
About 10. That's fine. I'll accept.
Enough go.
I'm a big guy.
Good.
And
Did you
11.
do? Ha!
Okay.
Ha! Ha! Ha!
Wow! I mean, that's with a -1, so it wasn't technically a critical failure.
I mean, I would think my athletics would save
So
me, but
How is rolling a 1
Yeah.
not a critical failure?
With a make an athletics check then. No, that totally is a critical failure, but it should be an
Text
athletic
don't
check for
crit
a paladin.
or critically fail. You just
I
do
mean,
really bad.
basically his entire body is like James Caan's neck. There's just nothing happening.
not great,
I mean,
but a 10.
okay,
Oh boy.
okay. So you guys start going, and it's like, "Hey, please, alley, please," and you see the dark-haired one that you guys had noticed looking at you. First, you kind of glance over his shoulders, his shoulder, and sees you guys gunning for him. His eyes go wide, and he and the blonde-haired dude next to him just start bolting down the street.
Oh.
Do we see any guards further down the street that we could yell out to try and stop them?
Give me a perception check.
Check out
Give me a perception check. See if you could
giving
see
you
anybody.
all of my perception.
I'm running like straight 10s. I was gonna say I was gonna shout something, but yeah.
Give me a number between
3.
Joe. Give me a Oh, can you see my die roll in the chat window?
3. 3 is my number is 3. The 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will go.
Let's try this again. Give me a number between 1 and 10.
I will go with the classic number 7.
Okay. You do actually see a couple of town guards kind of off to the side a ways. Not there. Your 2 suspects aren't between you and them. They're just kind of like the guards are actually between you and your suspects and off to a side somewhere.
So I'll just, as I'm still hoofing it, as much as a 300-pound dragonborn can, and be like, guards, get those 2, the blonde and the other guy, whatever they're wearing. I'm going to describe whatever it is they're wearing. Those 2 guys running away from us. Chase them down.
And I'm
the guards kind of look at you like, "Now hold on here, sir. Excuse me, we can't be, And the guards actually are gonna kind of like stop and get in your way.
I got to body check some guards. That's just going to be bad for everybody.
Are they still in the way? Have we reached them yet?
The guards? No, you're coming up on them though. And like in a couple of seconds, you'll be
Okay,
actually
now
literally making them
I'm gonna bellow in the name of the Church of Helm. Either get out of the way or catch those men.
Ooh.
Ooh, all right. Give me a persuasion check with that, please.
Come on, nat 20. Don't be. Yeah.
Oh shit! So the guards stop. They see you. They look back. They see the guys that are running, and they turn and go after them. All right. So they join. The guards now join in the pursuit. I need a round of athletics checks from everybody in the chase.
I was gonna say, I guess we're all running now.
Druid, it's time for the druid to
big money.
Turn into an eagle and get in front of them.
Yeah.
Part of my language.
We're still level 1, so maybe I'm not turning into a flying animal just yet.
Come on, turn into a great eagle. Get
A
these guys.
dragonborn can dream.
I would like to know when I'm within 90 feet of them. Let me know.
You're in a 90 feet of them now, yeah, but there's a lot of crowd between you and them.
Okay.
That's their fault.
Yeah, let me know when I can do something.
Oh, Lord.
Mercenary.
I would like to do something if you would let me.
I will let you.
What would you like to do? I will let you know the feasibility.
While I'm running
What would you like to do, Adam?
While I'm running full speed, I take my stick and I hit it in the ground, and shooting out from it are these vines. And 90 feet away from me, in an area that is, let's say, a 20-foot square, these really thick grasping weeds and vines sprout all around the two people who are trying to run away from us. It is
all right.
Entangle spell.
Entangle. Okay.
They'll need to make strength saving throws or be restrained.
Strength or dex?
Strength. Roll lower, please, for the other one.
What's the DC?
Good question. That's probably my spell DC. Does it say it anywhere on my sheet? I don't know.
If you're using the D&D Beyond character sheet, you can probably just click it, and it'll paste it into chat with the relevant info.
Yep.
Oh, sure. I'll do that. Take that. Oh, it doesn't say spell DC.
That clearly says there's a DC of 30.
All right. Creature restrained by the plants can use his action to make a strength check against your spell save DC.
I should be 8 plus 3 plus 8 plus 3 plus 2, so
13.
So it's just amazing. Yeah.
They both actually managed to not get bound.
But they're now moving at half speed within that area.
Okay.
So that's something.
All right, let's get another round of athletics checks, please.
Big money, no whammy. Okay, that was a whammy. Oh, no, they're getting away. Oh, they're getting away.
No. Birds still are managing. Oh,
To
boy.
what?
It was going so
You
well
actually
until
do
we
manage to make a bit of a dash at it. Come on.
We at least slow them down for a little bit.
Yep. Okay, so you actually they managed to get around the corner, but you actually do make to catch up with them just as they're heading around the corner. Adam?
What's that?
And you you do actually, because of the difficult terrain that you've created,
Yeah.
you do happen to come up and catch them as they're rounding the corner. And as you turn the corner, you see them both like this, and then they disappear.
Oh. Wow.
Cool trick, bro.
May I cast? Nope, I don't have that spell yet. Shoot. Never mind. We haven't leveled up yet. Imagine I thought about doing something really cool, and then I realized, oh, I don't. Never mind. They're gone, everybody.
Oh. You
I'll,
made me burn that. That's
I'll,
impressive. You made me burn that. I'll just say that.
Well, good. I'll tap my stick again, and all the vines disappear in its normal terrain.
Okay. So the vines disappear. Everybody catches up. The guardsmen come up to you and go, "What's going on, sir?"
No, to me. Oh, you want to talk to my paladin?
To Feldricken.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Well, guards, we are in pursuit of leads of the kidnapped children, and those two men, who we thank you for your assistance, are potential suspects in this case.
Oh, what do they look like? We'll be happy to keep an eye out.
What did they look like? They were humans. I mean,
Yeah, two guys,
humans.
one blonde,
one brunette.
Give me a wisdom.
Do we got to
check
look at their
you guys.
ears?
So,
Were they half elves?
Gray Soul. Yes, they were. They had. Actually, give me 1 second because I will.
Did they appear to be one male, one female?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's easy. I can understand why you might make the mistake. Let's put it that way. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I've got their pictures uploaded here.
Because we know that at least they said the investigators were a set of twin half elves, but we haven't seen them, have we? For the mayor's office.
I wouldn't say they were. No, anything about.
Oh, so they're not. But Ferial and Felia, one male, one female. Correct? That was what was said.
Fario and Felican, yeah.
Oh, it's Felican and
I
Fario.
think so. You can yell out their names if you like. They're still probably close. They're just invisible.
Let's see here. Can I make this work?
Greg, should we be seeing the cityscape, or should we be on our Shackled City slide for roll 20?
I have you. Oh, that's right. You guys actually can see my window, can't you? We should be in the landscape. That's totally fine. But all right, well, screw it then.
Screw it, we'll do it live.
You guys basically are kind of nuts, so I'm going to give it to you. Yep. Hold on.
Oh.
Brick, this is unnoticed.
That guy's guilty.
I feel like he reminds me a lot of the
and and it's popping up. Good. Okay, it's anonymous. I don't know why it's double tapping. My
all right.
and it's the other. Why twice? That's weird. Okay. Well, regardless, those are the two individuals that you saw.
All right, well, we will pass this description out to the guards. Two elves or half elves, one blonde, short hair, the other brunette, long hair, green outfit on one of them, brown and shirt and yada yada on the other. They were
Yep, that sounds good.
Themselves off as investigators looking into the disappearance of the children. So if you hear of anybody asking around outside of us,
On behalf of the mayor.
on behalf of the mayor, please let us know, or alert your superiors, or both.
Very well. We'll keep an eye on them. Thank you.
And what were your names, guards? In case we
Alrighty
need
then.
to...
So with that,
I'm just gonna yell out randomly where they were. Fario and Pelican, we just want to talk. See if they're still in the earshot.
Yeah, they're not necessarily evil yet, that we know of.
No response.
there's all right. Well, I'm Samuel. Here is Gendry, the two guardsmen, and you are. We know we're aware that you're with the church, sir, but your name escapes us at the moment.
Sir Feldrican.
Sir Feldrican, very good.
This is Gendry and
Samuels.
Have you seen them around before? Do they look at all familiar?
Not to us, but there's a lot of people around here, sir.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Thank you, Gendry and Samuels. I'll be sure to. We were just meeting yesterday with Captain Skellerang. I will be sure to let him know that you assisted us. I'm sure he will be happy after some of the disappointing performances of other guardsmen to know that there are guardsmen yet in the city who fight for those in need.
They kind of share a puzzled look and go, well, thank you. We'd appreciate that. And you have a good day, and please be careful running in the crowds.
Especially
Very
with all
good.
these weapons.
Yeah. All right, carry on. And they turn and go off.
Shall we to the locksmith?
To the locksmith.
What'd you guys think of those vines? This is the first time I ever did that. That was kind of neat, yeah?
That was pretty cool.
That was fantastic.
Excellent off the cuff bit of thinking there.
I didn't know it was going to work.
Well, it didn't. But, good on you.
Well, something happened. That was pretty cool. I mean, it could have just been like a spark and then nothing.
As a great dragonborn once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Well said. Well said.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So you guys get to the locksmith shop. It actually is, as you are on. Pardon me. 1 second. Hold on. Come on.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
I'm going to put you guys there. And I'm going to go over here for a second and just consult my ways. So we're back in the village. I should have had that window up before. But I think we're all just still doing the talking head right now.
We are on the virtual tabletop.
You guys do manage to make your way around the winding streets. Oh, fantastic. You do make your way around the winding streets of Cauldron, down into the southern quadrant, southwest quadrant to be specific. You make your way to Ghelve's Locks, the locksmith shop of Cauldron. You do notice it. It kind of stands out. It's on, like I said, it's on Lava Avenue, right by Middletome Street. A small turret dominates the facade of this two-story black stone building. Iron bars are embedded into thick window frames. Beyond the turret's ground floor window sits a lovely display of locks from large to small, simple to complex. To the left of the turret, above a heavy oak door, swings a simple sign that reads, Ghelve's Locks.
Do any of the locks on display look familiar to the ones that we saw in the orphanage?
You do think that they bear a resemblance in style, yes.
Do they have the same sort of level of like newness to them, polish and not usedness, which obviously isn't an adjective?
The ones look like they've been sitting in the sun for a while, but other than a little bit of coloring or discoloring, that they do look remarkably similar to what you've already.
All right, well, let's head into the shop and have a polite adult conversation that doesn't include violence at this juncture.
All right, so you go up to the shop door, and it actually is locked. And that's when you notice the sign on the door that says. You do notice a sign on the door that says "Out for lunch."
Oh, he's trying to egg us on into break into the building, guys. That's why he's doing this.
Is there a easy access to the rear of the shop?
No.
Is there a lock on the door?
I suppose you could try and go back around the door, back around up the block and try to access the building from the other side. But
in walking up, did we notice any taverns or places of eating that were that looked nice and nearby?
Well, the funny thing is that literally 2 doors down is the Blue Water Academy.
Ho, 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 ho.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm confused. I thought the academy was more like on the northeast side.
Yeah, no, apparently I had the wrong location because I'm looking at the map right now and it says, yeah.
Why don't we go hit the academy while we wait for him to come back from lunch?
Okay.
Everybody cool with that?
Perhaps he will be
I'm
there.
cool with that.
Mhm.
That would be quite the coincidence.
What a coinky dink.
Coinky dink.
Yeah, and also you do actually smell food coming from the Brass Trumpet, which is just a mere 2 blocks away.
We can poke our nose in there. I mean, I haven't eaten yet. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind grabbing a bit of food for lunch. And if he's in there, great. We'll catch him there. And if not, we'll just keep on going to the...
Eat a quick little bite.
Actually, you know what? No, I was incorrect. The Brass Trumpet is not actually closed.
You know,
My
I'm
fault.
not really hungry. The Dragonborn, we carry a lot of weight. So we're kind of like bears hibernating.
So you guys head to the Bluecrater Academy.
Yeah.
All right.
Correct.
Yep. Correct. All right. Thank you. And sorry about that.
As we're going along, we're suddenly put on rails. It's really weird.
No. The Brass Trumpet actually is abandoned, and I just saw it, and I was like, oh, this is one of the open taverns, and it's like, no, this one's actually specifically abandoned. So you do walk by the Brass Trumpet on your way down from the mayor's office, and you do see that it is boarded up and has seen far better days. So
fire damage,
Yeah.
or just run down, or what does it look like?
Just run down, abandoned, boarded up. You know, it clearly hasn't been used or occupied in a very long time.
Does this seem like a fairly popular area in general?
This is, you know, the south side is generally like, you know, there is a church nearby of Letharian, the church, the sun god. There's a church nearby of them. Let me see what else is here. The Lord Mayor's residence is only a couple of blocks away, so they're you know on further out on the outer edge of the hub. So it is a little fancy pants. So the fact that the Brass Trumpet's closed kind of sticks out just a little bit, but it's just like nobody's come in yet to take it over and do anything with it.
So guys, here's my plan. I know these missing kids are a big deal, but I think we should open up our own tavern, put down some roots, build a family.
Where everybody knows your name.
Maybe if we find these orphans that were kidnapped, we can have them clean the tables and stuff for us.
Right. Lorenzo can be our financial
Okay.
back. All right. Anyway,
Cheap labor.
back on track. We're going to the academy.
There you go. Yeah. Okay, so you guys go to Crater Academy. There is. You walk up to the entrance of this majestic tower, and there is there's an acolyte in wizard's robes, human female, shaved head, standing close to the entrance. She is wearing blue robes. Yes, may I help all of you?
We were hoping to either speak to the gnomish noblewoman working here. We did not catch her name, or anybody who might have known Jasper Drundelspot. We are with the Church of Helm. On behalf of the church, we are looking into the investigation of the missing individuals, and we are hoping that we might glean some information to help find these missing people, including Jasper Drundelspot.
Well, we sincerely appreciate your efforts. Thank you for taking Jasper's disappearance seriously. He's a valued instructor and member of our community. I know not of the gnomish noblewomen that you speak of that as an instructor here. We have many gnomes that are instructors here, but none of nobilities and breeding. Although there are many of noble blood who come here to be students. Yes.
All right.
There are nobles.
Sorry. Did anybody else get notes on the name of the gnomish noblewoman?
Negative.
Negative. All right.
On my end.
All right. Well, then yes. Well, barring that, then, is there anyone we could speak to about Jasper? Or would it be possible to visit his room? Oh no, that was his ransacked house. He wasn't stolen from here. Yes. Is there anybody we could speak to about Jasper who knew him?
I might be able to assist you. What would you like to know?
Leading up to the days leading up to his disappearance, was he acting odd? Was he nervous? Did he express any concern about anything?
No, it was getting to be the middle of the term. He was embroiled in teaching he was embroiled in his instructions. His disappearance actually meant that all of his classes were not able to complete their midterm exams. It has caused quite the dilemma here for us and quite the delay.
And did he? Sorry, break. And how much did he work with Janir Everdon?
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that name.
You're not familiar with Janir Everdon? You said that she worked here.
Volunteer work here? She's a jeweler's assistant?
Oh, yes.
Herbologist.
Yes, pardon me. Herbologist. Yes. Sorry, out of game. I couldn't remember which direction we were taking her. Yes, yet another valued instructor, although she was an apprentice instructor. They were in completely different departments. They didn't really interact, to my knowledge. Are you afraid that she might have had something to do with his disappearance or vice versa?
No. They both disappeared. So, but no, I just curious if there's perhaps some connection between them. How long has Jasper been working here?
Years and years. He's one of our best instructors.
Is he known for any great discoveries in the field of mathematics? Any wild theories?
Not in the field of mathematics. He was his specialty was wait, hold on. Let me one moment to check. Loading, please wait.
Please hold. Bureaucracy at its best.
Engineer, Templar, where is he?
He's on page 3.
There he is. Thank you. Yes, mathematician. Yes. I'm afraid that as an arithromancer, his work is very much beyond my ken. I specialize more in evocation magics. His magic was a breed of its own, and he was apparently very good at it. But I think you would have to speak with him about his theories to see how well recognized they are.
Was his after his disappearance, was his office here investigated by anyone? Has it just been
Well,
kept, has it reused?
of course, no one has been in his office since his disappearance. It is locked and warded
By him or by the academy?
by him as a
So-
member of the faculty.
Okay. So the academy wouldn't have any way to break those seals to get in.
Well, we would not do so without good reason.
Of course, but would if you were given what you believe to be good enough reason, would it be possible to access the wards?
It would have to be an excellent reason.
Of course. Just curious.
Do you have reason to believe that there could be something in his office that could have something to do with the disappearances?
I mean, no, yes.
Very well. If you, I will have to speak with. I will have to get approval. But if you come back, I will see if we can have grant you access to search his office.
Please be sure not to. There are two pretenders claiming to be investigators from the mayor's office, two half-elves. If they should come, do not open the room for these investigators.
Two half elves claiming to investigate this, and do you? Okay, that's very strange. Do you have their names, or?
We have what they've been using as their names. We don't know if they're their real names. And I
Very well.
drew it, and I'm like, their names are Druid.
Fariel and
Sure.
There
Felican.
we go.
Ooh,
Those names.
Fario, and Felican.
Yes, those are the names they've been using.
Very well. I shall be on the lookout for them.
Are these names known to you?
They are not.
Do you know where his personal abode is in the city?
Yes, but I'm not at liberty to be just giving out the home addresses of our staff. You must understand.
Understood. Of course.
I'm sure that is information that you could get if you wish to speak with Captain Skellerang. He would be the one to authorize you for something like that.
An excellent point. Thank you.
We know him well.
Have there I'd be curious. I mean, you are clearly in a position where you would hear a lot of what's going around the academy. Do the folks at the academy have any thoughts as to what's behind these disappearances? I know I've heard, I've been here for a week and just traveling the city, references to a banishing that happened 75 years ago. And that was solely regarding gnomes and not the greater population.
Well, I was under the impression that they actually had footprints. That it wasn't any sort of magical disappearance, but there were footprints.
All right.
That is what I've heard through my sources.
Do you have any members of the faculty or those studying within the walls currently who were here 75 years ago that we might be able to speak with or request an audience with?
No, but you would be seeking certainly some elder gnomes. I would recommend, you know, who has actually been around here for a very long time is Ghelve. His shop is just 2 doors down.
Yes, we were just there. It said he was out for lunch. You don't perhaps know where he likes to sup?
I am not very familiar with him or his habits as a person, but I believe that, you know, he comes and goes like clockwork for lunch. You might just be able to wait for him. His shop is open every day from sun up to sundown, with just an hour or two in the midday to eat.
Thank you for your assistance.
Does anybody else have any questions, or should we head back?
There was reported that 2 members who had worked here have been abducted. Was there perhaps anyone else who is a volunteer or associated that you've noticed has gone missing that perhaps the officials have not reported?
Not anyone affiliated with the school, no. But as I understand, there's almost 30 individuals that have disappeared over the course of the last 2 moons.
And no one has been bothering your institution of late? Anything out of the ordinary?
No more so than terrorizing the population in general. No one has singled us out in particular. If that is that what you're asking? If we have enemies? I mean,
I'm simply asking
No.
whether there was anything out of the ordinary or anything untoward, as most of those who have been abducted have been from the lesser fortunate side of the street, as it were. And to abduct two individuals who are associated with your esteemed academy is unusual.
well, then perhaps there are other things we should take into consideration in our dealings about this situation. But no, we have not perceived any specific threat against any member of the academy. It just seemed like our associates were, the way the guard tells it, wrong place, wrong time, in their own homes.
And they both seemed happy here, correct?
I would say so.
Thank you.
Very well. And with that, I bid you a good day.
Good day.
As you guys are turning around, give me a round of spot checks, please.
What checks?
Perception. Pardon me.
What?
Actually, yeah.
All this is through eyeballs.
And I am not perceptive,
Good thing for Tara.
right?
And Graceful.
And Phil. And Kappa. Basically everybody but me and Birch.
How dare you? I'm sure we're doing something.
It's the power of the team.
Requires our attention elsewhere.
That's why we're the Brute Brute bunch. We look out for each other. We can be broody in our braininess.
All right.
We're not the Brute Brute bunch. I refuse.
You're not the brute crew?
Certainly not.
Hey guys, I think the locksmith is back.
Well, let's go talk to him.
Let's go and check with him.
You lead the way.
I'll lead the way back to the locksmith. Call the locksmith.
Okay, so you walk 2 doors down, just as he's finishing unlocking the 5th lock on the door, and he sees you, and he opens the door, steps inside, and actually holds the door open for you and says, "Oh, customers, right this way. Please come in, come in. My name is Keegan, and I'm the master of the shop. How may I be of service to you?"
We were hoping that you could shed a light on any number of subjects. This is my good friend Feldekin. He's with the Church of
Helm.
Helm.
Sir Feldricken of the Church of Helm.
We have been hired to help investigate the disappearances of people throughout the city. The most recent of which I'm sure you are aware of is the orphanage and the 4 children there. We noticed they had many high quality locks, which all apparently came from you. And I'm told, in fact, you supply locks to many of the buildings and homes in the city. Is that correct?
Well, yes, that's very well known that I am the main merchant who supplies locks to Cauldron. I provide the finest locks in the area.
How long have you been creating and selling locks here in the city?
Oh, decades.
How difficult would it be? Pardon my ignorance, good master. How difficult would it be for someone to breach your locks by dexterous skill? I noticed.
I would say, with most of my locks, I would say it's nigh impossible, unless they are a true master thief.
And
I'm sorry. Is there anything that I can interest you in terms of my wares here? I'll be happy to show you the quality of my work here. My work is outstanding, bar none.
Do you have any of the specific locks that we had seen at the orphanage?
Maybe you can ask.
All right, then I'll try my best to describe the locks that were on the individual doors in the orphanage. and ask if I could see one of those.
Oh, you wish to see something like what I designed for Headmistress Gretchen? Yes. He allow me one moment. He actually inside his shop. Oh crap! Hold on a second, guys. We're gonna go tactical map now.
Yay, because I was about to ask some questions
For-
about the inside.
For no reason in particular.
For no reason, sentient locks are going to attack us.
But let me tell you,
Lock fight.
as you guys go inside the shop, the storefront smells of wood and pipe smoke. Two padded chairs flank a hearth containing a small yet lively fire. The fireplace's carved mantel bears a tinder box, a small vase of dried smoking leaves, and a finely wrought collection of pipes. A burgundy strip of carpet leads from the entrance to the wall across from it, where dozens, perhaps hundreds, of keys hang from tiny hooks. The keys come in all shapes and sizes. A handsomely engraved mahogany counter stretches along one wall. Behind it hangs a red curtain that neatly hides the rest of the store. Now, as you guys go into, as Keegan invites you into the shop, he hops behind the counter, and he's barely able to see over it as you guys are talking to him. He says, "Excuse me, I'll be happy to fetch some wares." He disappears behind the curtain, behind the
curtain.
Yeah, he disappears behind the red curtain for a moment. And you actually hear like a box opening and some heavy stuff moving around. And then you hear some other kind of odd noises. And hold on one second. Let me get everybody on the map up in here. Which that's the second floor.
Gonna run away through a secret tunnel, and we're gonna chase them, but we will not hit, because we're Dragonborn.
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn! We're not good in tunnels, but everywhere else.
I wish I didn't waste a spell.
Okay, so who wants to bust out behind the curtain there? Just saying.
We'll get. Oh well.
Oh,
Not busting anything with this elegant.
effects.
One does not bust.
I'm just dropping you guys onto the map here. There we go.
I'm only
Just because it's starting to feedback.
I wonder if that's from open mics.
Birch.
Oh, no. I wonder if that's from...
Yeah, I think that's why we're getting some weird echo. So I just canceled. I just faded it out a moment early. All right, Tara. Yeah, you should be able to see yourself. Corvus, Tara, Katha.
It would take a
over here.
master thief or the man who made the locks
Exactly, yeah.
himself to get past them.
But we're not pointing victors. We're just pointing blades.
Question is, yeah.
Okay. So are you guys all on the map, and can you see everything? Can you see the room?
no.
Oh, there
Oh,
we go.
I just got it.
No, I see just black.
I see
Okay.
a big black square.
Okay, hold on one second.
It's in the lower right.
Pass
I
sight.
see a red curtain, and I want to paint it black.
Good times. All right, Birch, you should be able to see. Let me know.
Oh,
You might
got
need
it.
to zoom out. All right.
I'm good.
Rick, you're next. Hold 1 second.
Oh, I'm in. I can see myself.
Bert, can you see?
I can.
Okay. Kath. Sweet. Excellent. Kath. has Cat. You should see.
Yep.
Spell. Let's get you up.
That's
It's
right.
very common to enter a store and to be put on a battle map
What
Now I
the
can
for
see.
shopping.
Well, you know. All right. Gray Soul.
Stop the way
Can
I-
anybody not see?
I cannot see
Okay, Tara.
I can see now.
because I have dark vision.
Yeah.
We're in a lit room.
Amazing how that
Maybe-
works.
maybe that's why.
You prefer the dark.
I got to remember to.
Hey.
All right. Everyone should be. So
Yes.
after a moment, Keegan actually emerges from the room. This time it's kind of weird. He's about 3 feet taller all of a sudden. And you notice that his trousers are about 3 feet longer. He's like, that's better. It's a lot easier for me to be able to interact with people if I can look them in the eye. And he kind of raps on one of his legs, and you can hear like a it's like a stilt.
Oh,
Like the
That's
dude
clever.
from the door? What? Okay.
like stilts.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking of what was his name? Peg Leg Pete or some shit that we met at the
Yeah,
bar
something
the
like
other
that.
day.
Yep.
Yes. Now that we are a little able to see eye to eye, yes, he takes and puts a couple of locks down on the table. These are some of my finest pieces of equipment right here, and these are very much the model that I provided the orphanage with.
Do they need to be changed often, or how long do they last?
These can last 10 lifetimes. They are that well made.
Can I pick one up and do a perception check?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, there you go. Now you guys should be able to see them.
Oh.
All right. Yeah. This looks like the exact kind of lock that is on the doors at the orphanage, and it although you are not a trained thief, you can tell that this is something that is quite fine and expensive, probably.
I'm curious. These are clearly very fine quality locks made by a master.
Thank you.
How did an orphanage afford to purchase so many of these fine items?
I don't ask where my customers get their money from. That would be kind of rude for me to assume anything. But the orphanage, from what I understand, it gets a lot of public support.
Well, good for them.
Yes.
Have you had any apprentices or anyone who, in the last 3 years or so, who left, who could have had copies to your keys, or would anyone have had access to these keys, or could anyone make? How difficult would it be to make copies of your keys? Should someone have been able to pilfer one from one of the individuals at the orphanage?
That you I don't currently anyone who is left under any sort of cloud or anything like that. I would. I'm sorry. What is all
Well,
this
as you
about?
said, it is quite strange that these children were taken from such a impressively secured building. That leaves only a few means of ingress and egress, and it doesn't appear that it was magical in nature. So
Are
therefore,
you saying that I'm responsible for these kidnappings? Are you accusing me of something, sir?
No, I'm not. I am coming to the expert to
Well,
ask
very good.
how he could assist. And has anyone asked you about your locks and how they were bypassed?
No, no one has asked me about my locks. They know that my workmanship speaks for itself.
Yes.
I mean,
And-
while my locks are the finest in the city, I'm sure that someone with enough skill might be able to breach them. That is a possibility, but it would certainly. But
I mean no offense.
are you
good sir.
impinging upon the integrity of my work, sir?
No, I'm saying that your work is superlative, and therefore one of the only individuals who would have an idea as to how they could be gotten around would be yourself. And I forgive me if I'm being indelicate, but I think many, quite frankly, don't have the sand to ask you how one could get around such great craftsmanship. And forgive me, but children have been abducted, therefore my bluntness is necessary.
Give me a perception check.
Big money. Big money.
Katha and Tara, give me perception as well.
Not so big.
I see nothing
Gray
but
soul.
red curtains. Okay, and I want to glue the curtains.
Nice.
Oh, damn. Damn.
We all see some shit.
Someone knows
Kathy,
what's going
blue
on.
eyeballs.
He's got fake legs.
What? You mean he didn't just naturally grow some feet?
Feet taller now.
Is that about the man with the wooden leg named Smith? No one is rising to my bait. It makes me upset.
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
I know nothing about these disappearances. If you're ruining my, if you wish to impinge upon my name simply because someone managed to actually defeat my locks, I suppose hypothetically it's a possibility. But this is are you just looking to ruin my good name as a tradesman? Is that what is going on here, sir? For if so, then I'm going to ask you and all of your cohort here to depart my shop immediately. It is not safe for a man in my position, with my kind of reputation, to have it impunged, because there are ears that listen.
Right. Well, you seem to be talking awfully fast and rolling in sweat there, buddy.
Perhaps you would like a dessert with your lunch.
Are-
Oh, that came out.
Sir,
that
if
came
you-
out right. What? I'm sorry. What?
Giving him the side eye, like, what? What are you trying to accomplish here?
I feel it's getting a little warm in here. Maybe you'd like to go get some dessert or perhaps a drink. We could go to a nearby eatery as a way of apology for impugning your impeccable professionalism.
I'm afraid that I cannot. I have a routine that I cannot deviate from. I have a shop and a business that must remain open, but I cannot do anything out of the ordinary. You
That's too
understand that?
Could I? Well, I would like to purchase some of your fine locks. I've just rented a room above a tavern. What would you recommend?
Here, I would recommend just taking this one. You could take it for free. Please just leave me be, sir. And the key is right there on the shelf. You may help yourself.
Oh, that's very generous. I appreciate your help. We will be on our way. And I snag the keys like that. And I'll leave the building. Being a polite dragonborn who can take a hint. I'm going, oh! It all disappeared.
Oh,
And
yes.
I invited.
Yeah, you actually go southbound.
Oh,
That's the main door right there.
all right. Well,
It's
I'm
okay.
outside.
Yeah. I'm gonna just hide
Uh,
your token for the moment, so you're not gonna see anything while we do.
How many
stuff.
stories is this building?
It's 2 stories.
And do I notice any holes in the walls or the ceiling or?
Not in the room that you're in, but he. You saw him kind of toss his head back towards the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when the keys, look at the wall
keys
of keys
are right. I would say, the funny thing is the map doesn't match the description, which is
Gotcha.
hilarious.
I'm gonna move over to the keys.
Yeah, the keys are actually over here. Yeah, right where you just moved. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to say, good master craftsman, I have a question about one of these keys.
Yes.
If I could show it to you, what is particularly strange to me, if you wouldn't mind coming here.
Very well. And he comes over. You give me a perception check real quick.
I want to do something while he's distracting him.
Okay, and Adam, what is it you want to do?
While he's distracted over there, I want to move closer to the counter and just druidcraft a puff of air to see if I can make the curtains flow and look behind them, just as they're flapping in the wind.
Okay. Hold on a second.
I don't know how heavy the curtains are. It's not a very strong gust of wind. It's just more of a.
They're pretty heavy.
Puff.
You actually just make like a little puff, and they kind of shimmer a little bit, but they're pretty heavy.
Okay.
So Keegan approaches you, Paul. Yes, Master Dragonborn. How may I assist?
So I'm going to find 3 keys that look the most different, and I'm going to say, I don't forgive my ignorance, but could you explain to me the difference between these keys? And if he. And
what were you going to say?
I'm going to say basically when he leans in, I'm going to whisper to him, "Are you in danger?" Nod your head yes if you are. I see. If you could, these are. If we could get by the fire, my eyes. I have a difficulty in seeing some of the nuances of these keys. And
very well. And he here, allow me to take a few samples for you. And he let me get over to the right layer here. He grabs a couple of keys and then heads over to the fire.
And
yes, as you can see here, this is one of my more moderate models. I wouldn't say that this is my best work, but it's suitable for most indoor chambers that you wish to have secured.
And so as he moves, I'm going to move past him to where I can throw back the curtain.
Oh, okay. So you're going to open the curtain. You faked him out then?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I thought he said he was in danger, so I was trying to put a distance between him. Yes.
All right, so you pull back the curtain. There is no light source in the back at the moment, but this is what you see. You actually do glance in, and you see that Unlike the front of the store, the contents of the room in the back here are not neatly arranged. There's a stout-legged wooden table and matching stool that stand at odd angles in the room, and a whole bunch of tiny mechanisms and tools litter the tabletop. The floor is cluttered with upright kegs holding tiny gears, screws, metal locks, casings, tumblers. Oh no, pardon me. Pardon me. That's actually the room to the north behind that door. So never mind what I just said there. You actually peel back the black curtains that partially obscured a window niche that faces. Nope, pardon me, that's the red curtains. There are black curtains that partially obscure a window niche that faces the street. Ornate locks and complex locking mechanisms are neatly displayed in the niche. The room itself that you're looking into looks tidy but lived in. Carpets cover the stone floor, and a broom leans against the railing of a wooden staircase leading up to a second floor balcony. 3 wooden chests rest in the middle of the floor, their lids bound shut with sturdy iron padlocks. Small tables, shelves, and benches hold various knickknacks, and a framed portrait of a silver-haired gnome hangs next to a tall wooden box at the base of the stairs. The wooden box contains an intricate array of ticking gears, counterweights, and cylindrical chimes, surmounted by a circular face that bears the numerals 1 through 12 on its circumference. It's a gnomish device, apparently.
Can I reach my walking stick across and just kind of tap it to get his attention so he's looking at me?
Yes.
And then I want to point upstairs and I want to go like I'm trying to get him to tell me a number. Okay.
And then he Fel, as you glance in, you do see the workshop here. Hold on one second.
We got to get Brick back in here.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to leave. I thought I was being polite, and now I'm.
Yeah. Okay.
You didn't pick up the sweat, and you didn't
Yeah.
pick,
Now you're just waiting outside.
Doop doop doop
Yeah.
doop doop doop.
So yeah.
Someone should get him, maybe.
If I hear the commotion of a fight, I'll know to come back in.
Cool.
Am I right by the entrance, actually?
Okay. So, yeah, you are.
I'll poke my head out and just give the
So
old
what do you
nod
do
of
with that, Graysoul?
it's murdering time.
I'll put the
Okay.
lock and the key down on the table and stroll back on inside for murdering time.
And murdering time is a very important time.
It is. That's right.
I don't say murdering time. I give the murdering time nod. You know?
Oh. So nobody on the street knows that we're about to murder.
Right. Yeah.
No.
You're not gonna advertise murdering time.
Be very quiet.
I'll actually put the lock and the key
Okay.
in one of my pockets in case we need it later.
Okay. Paul, give me a perception check real quick.
Okay.
All right. And as you're back there, are you actively looking for anything? Like what exactly are you doing as you're looking around back there?
I'm back there. I'm looking for people. I'm assuming that there's somebody else in the shop, and that he is under duress. And so what I'm looking for is entities and individuals. And actually, I am going to pop one of my boop. Where is that? One of my divine senses, as I look around as well.
One of your divine senses. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's basically good and evil radar.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Let's see
You
that
do
overall.
not. Nothing pings on your radar. But and is that where you're standing for the moment?
Yes. I'm basically at the ready. Because I assume that there is at least one. I saw I said one, but at least one individual combatant in the building.
As you're glancing around, I'm just telling you what you notice. Something right about Nya-ish.
Upstairs.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go to that as though it's covering something up.
No, as if something moves.
Oh. As in terms of like a moving box?
No, as in like a. Hold on.
Yeah. Ah. Yes. I would want to check that out.
Okay. Now, so you go on ahead and move yourself to check it out.
As here, correct?
Yeah. It was about Nya-ish.
If I notice Feldrican go past the curtain, I'll want to kind of get a little bit closer just to keep tabs.
Okay. Totally cool. So you go and sounds good. Fel, what are you doing exactly with that?
So with that particular, I would be at the ready and trying to basically with my glaive, holding it mid haft basically, and opening, being ready to strike or defend, depending.
Got it. Okay, so you are pushing on the side of the staircase, and it gives just a little bit, but it catches. You could tell that it is locked, but there's no obvious locking mechanism on the outside. Locked in the lock shop. Who knew?
How sturdy does it seem to be?
Pretty sturdy. Why is it always rolling twice? Okay.
Going back to my
What
war
AC?
college days.
What's your AC?
16. 16.
16. Out of nowhere, you actually feel you actually, like, from behind, you feel and you actually feel like something hit your armor, and then something else get into you. It actually pierces through. Got it, Katha. And hold on 1 second before you go. You take not just 6 slashing, but you actually feel like evil necrotic energy pulse through you, draining your life even further. You take 15 damage.
Woo! Dude.
And as you scream in pain, we cut to black. We will pick this up next week.
What a cliffhanger! Oh my god.
That's a good cliffhanger.
Thank you.
How
He did?
Necrotic that my divine sense couldn't. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's just
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
believe it or not, the alignment does not pop up on your this alignment does not pop up on your radar.
Huh.
You did that on purpose.
I wish I did. It's the fifth edition update. Blame the guys who updated it. So, all right.
Loads of good guys use necrotic damage.
All right. Well, I hate to bounce out, you guys, but I have to. And
It's all good. It is late.
see you next week.
And I really don't want to. I really don't want you in particular to miss out on this fight, Katha. Okay.
Oh no, I definitely want in. I just, life.
All right.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
What
So, yeah,
fight? He's dead.
Feldricken screams in pain as we slam to black, and we will pick this up next week.
Why does he get beat up all the time, by the way?
Well-
If we keep going with this, he's just going to constantly be facing death? Like, what?
is he the one with all the hit points?
I mean, he's a paladin. By the way, how
Not-
many hit points do you have left at this point, Paul?
I don't.
Oh shit! I dropped you in one shot.
Yeah.
We're level
Awesome.
ones.
Oh, that's right. Okay, good. This will be a fair fight then. And by the way, Graysoul, just to really screw you up, you see him arch back in pain, and you see like something clearly stabbed through his armor, but there's literally nothing in front of you.
And there's no time for me to use my divine.
You are caught completely by surprise.
Right.
Yep.
All right, I got to go, you guys. See you next week.
All right.
Have a good night.
Awesome. And with that, guys, with this
All right.
dramatic cliffhanger and our poor
Saving.
paladin being shish kebabbed in one shot, we will leave you
No
until
saving
next week.
throw. Jeepers. Yeah.
Nope,
We'll see.
that- Yep.
See you next
Awesome,
week.
y'all.
Cool.
We will see. Yeah. We will see you guys next week. Will we still have a Sir Feldricken after this? Only time will tell. All right. And in the meantime, once again, folks, if you stuck with us this long, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you guys will come back and join us next week as we continue the adventures of the Brute Squad in the Shackled City. And what's more, once again, you can also book me right now to run Ravenloft, the original Castle Ravenloft, rated one of the second greatest module of all time. I'll run it in one session for you for Halloween. Come vampire hunting with me. You won't regret it. All right. With that, thank you guys. Hope you had fun, and we'll see you next week.
Ciao.